I freaking love this filter. But anyways, let me share this word real quick with you guys that God just gave me. And I thought it was crazy. So I was like, let me get it off before I forget. Stop spreading manipulation amongst the people. So many of us are listening. So many of us, not I've done it myself, but I do it more for informational purposes. But a lot of people do it. Stop listening to these self-proclaimed dating people, relationship people that are not qualified to be talking to y'all. Because y'all are taking the information that they provide and y'all are running with it. And they're not even qualified to give you this information. Now, me personally, I was in a 20-year relationship, married for 9 years, and I'm divorced. The only people I talk to and I take advice from are married people, divorced people, and psychologists that came from a degree. I'm not listening to these self-proclaimed people because a lot of them are giving their experiences and they're giving it from a hurt, unhealed place. And when I say manipulation, because deflecting is manipulation. Like, you know, with manipulation, it's like, oh, you have to do this, and you don't even do that for yourself. For women, you know, it's like, oh, I want a man that you know, he can do this and he can do that and a third. But ma'am, you can't even build a home. You don't cook, you don't clean. As you got a lot of unhealed trauma, so you couldn't raise healthy children. But you require a man to have certain things, and let's just say, you know, he was a provider and all those things, and all you had to do was upkeep the house. You can't even do that. And, you know, men, you guys are like, oh, I want women to be able to do this, to do that, and a third. But men, there's a lot of things that y'all are lacking as well that you guys are not also ready for when it comes to relationships. You know, encouraging, uplifting the things that a woman needs to grow and to be better. You guys don't possess those qualities, capabilities as well. So what I love, you know, a lot of people say, oh, when they're sent the right person, wrong time. No, God recognized that, you know, where he needed you to be. He sent you someone that would shine a light on the dark places and the things that you need to work on as a person. And we are missing the fact that we should be healing with our person. You know, because one thing I love about real relationships is that a person that you really love, you will get better for them. You will work on yourself and to become a better person for them, because it's the places of them, it's the way that they are that makes you want to be better because they're better. And, you know, a lot of people don't like to be honest. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I bring this to the table. What do you bring to the table? And you know, they don't like to also say, okay, this is what I bring to the table, but this is what also the areas that I'm lacking in, that I need a little bit of work on. And maybe that person, you know, whether it be a man or a woman, they're better in that area than you. So you don't want to openly say, hey, you know what, I bring this to the table, but the areas that I lack in, you're better in it than me. So can you teach me how to be better so we could become a better team or better unit? But no, everybody is not showing up as their authentic self. You know, they're coming in playing games, they're coming in guarded. So it's just a bunch of lost people leading more lost people instead of people working on the healing and showing up as their authentic self. Genuine people like myself, we don't change. We don't change and be like, oh, you know, I've been treated like this in the past, because genuine people can't be played. I've been treated like this in the past, so I just decided I'm just not gonna be a genuine person. I'm just gonna show up and not do nothing. That's not a genuine person. A genuine person is gonna always be a genuine person. So all these people that are like, oh, I gotta wait to see what you do, I gotta wait to see what level it is, I gotta see if you playing games or not, and all that kind of stuff. It's just a bunch of lost, unhealed, broken people showing up as broken and lost. Because if I can't come up to you and be my authentic self right out the gate, then you need to go ahead and walk away. And that's what we need to start spreading more of, is us showing up in our real authentic self. Regardless of how that person shows up, you will have the discernment and you'll see like, oh, they're playing games, they're this and that and that, and then you'll move on accordingly. God will reveal it to you. You know, so many of us pray like, Lord, show me if this person is for me. And sometimes it looks a little crazy. You know, I've seen God remove, even out of my life, them immediately if they're not meant for me. And then some will, you know, Case in point, my little sneak right, my little stinky butt right now. I was like, wait, this is not even my type, God. You sure him? And when I looked at the package and the package got to talking, I was like, oh wait, hold on. The little package he got something to hit a little thing about. That Laura is revealing some things about myself that I didn't realize was a problem. And instead of me saying, oh, even though I tried, let me not lie, I was like, nah, I'm out of here, because I'm not showing him. And God was like, nah, be honest, you don't know how to do that. That's not one of your strongest areas, but he's better at it than you. So ask him and let him know, like, hey, well, teach me how to do that, because I don't really know. That's not one of my strong suits. Thought I was pretty good in that area, but I see compared to you, I'm really not. Got a little work to do. And that's the love that's the message that we should be, sharing. Not, if they didn't call me back within this day, it's this, it's that. It means this. That doesn't necessarily mean that. There's some days that people really do need a mental health. There's some days that people don't want to be bothered. There's some days that stuff really be going on. So when you guys are saying like, oh, this is what that means, they didn't call you in a day, you guys are really spreading anxious attachment styles. You guys are spreading hate. You guys are giving up on people and walking away from people that God really sent to you for a reason. And if God didn't remove them after you pray, then you need to go back and ask God, what am I supposed to learn from this person that you have placed on my path? Because every person that's been placed on your path is for a lesson, or you're supposed to be with them. So begin to ask the necessary questions, like, why have I met this person? What is this person supposed to teach me? Am I supposed to be with this person? Begin to do that interpersonal work. And that's why I say I only listen to people that have been married, divorced, or have a degree in psychology, because again, all the rest of these people that is just talking about relationships and all that kind of stuff, they've never even been married, let alone been in a long-term relationship. They don't have no clue what it takes to even be one. They never experienced endurance. They never experienced the days when your person's not lovable. Like, they've never even experienced that. So how are they going to tell you about relationships, and how they're going to tell you about what's not what? Because I'm going to tell you what, relationships is work. And a lot of y'all are not prepared and ready to do the amount of work that's qualified to even be in a marriage. A lot of y'all can't even, y'all have a hard time handling your own regular stress, let alone be in a marriage or be in a relationship. When hard times come, a lot of y'all will fold. So be the change that you want to see every day. Show up as your authentic self. And a lot of y'all don't even know what that is. So begin to work on that. And for a lot of you women, like I said, that's like, oh, well, I'm not showing up with nothing. He's got to take care of me. How? Even God, when he created man, said that he looked at Adam, and Adam was working. He was doing everything he was supposed to do. And God said, it's not good that man be alone. He needs to help me. He didn't say I was just going to send somebody there that does nothing. He said, I'm sending him to help him. So if you think you are going to come into a man's life and do absolutely nothing, are you ladies crazy? Like, on what planet? But go off, sis. Because even them women that stay at home, they still got to take care of the home. What if he needs you to be able to manage bills and finances while he's working, and you're a stay-at-home woman and you don't even know how to do that? And y'all could come, y'all will come up with some answers. Oh, he got accountants and stuff for that. A lot of these millionaires have been robbed by people that they hired to work their business. So it's always good for a woman to check out what's going on. So y'all take that, and everybody just needs to, yes, stop listening to them. I'm going to say it. I'm saying don't listen to these people, because I'm like, it's actually, internet is becoming depressing with all this terrible dating advice that they're sharing. And it's just miserable. More people just miserable. Nobody's sharing to show more love, to show more unconditional love, and not, it's not genuine if you're expecting something in return. But everybody, like, show more love and be more authentic, so there can spark a change in the atmosphere of just more love. Y'all do with that information what y'all will.